10 facts you may or may not have known. Starting with fact number 1. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. Interesting. In botanical terms, a berry is a fruit developed from a single ovary, which bananas are. Strawberries, however, come from a flower with multiple ovaries, making them aggregate fruits. This means a banana is technically closer to a berry than a strawberry. Strawberries aren't berries. The imposter berry. What would we call bananas then? Perhaps yellowberry? Or maybe banana berry? What would we call strawberries? Red fruit? I know it's a little on the nose and obvious, but hey, it's a work in progress name. There's always room for improvement. Well, on to fact number 2. Octopuses have 3 hearts. Wow. This sure sounds efficient, doesn't it? 2 of an octopus's hearts work to move blood through the gills, where oxygen exchange occurs, while the 3rd heart pumps this oxygenated blood to the rest of the body. This unique circulatory system allows them to adapt well to deep sea pressures. Dang, they're resilient little fellas. Or maybe they're not little. They're probably like medium-sized, or maybe just under large ocean creatures. 3 hearts. Makes you wonder. Do their hearts beat at the same rate as our hearts? Or do they all beat at a slower, faster rate than ours? And then do all 3 of their hearts beat at separate rates? Because they all don't have to work as hard as our one heart. It's interesting, but it's efficient nonetheless. 3 hearts that pump blood to all parts of the body? I mean, it's crazy. Now, on to fact number 3. Honey never spoils. Honey's low water content and high acidity create a hostile environment for bacteria and microbes. As a result, honey can remain edible for thousands of years, which is why pots of honey over 3,000-year-old have been found in ancient Egyptian tombs, and they're still safe to eat. Wow, a food that doesn't need preservatives or any of the bad stuff to last a long time? Gee, who would have thought? But dang, the fact that they discovered it and determined it was safe to eat, with their heaps and heaps of knowledge, they probably looked at it and was able to determine, this looks safe to eat. But then, they obviously have to taste to determine its own, since they looked at it and it's safe to eat. How they took a bite, yes, I believe this is edible, for only being 3,000 years old. Right? It was a good thing that honey was still good, because if it wasn't, probably would have killed them. It's a good thing they're still alive, but it depends on when it was discovered and how old they were at the time that it was discovered, so, they might still be alive. You never know. Anyways, on to fact number 4. Humans and giraffes have the same number of neck bones. Interesting. Both humans and giraffes have 7 cervical vertebrae in their necks, although giraffes' vertebrae are much longer. Each giraffe vertebrae can be up to 10 inches in length, giving them their famously long necks, yet they follow the same skeletal rules as most mammals. Huh. It makes sense. It makes you wonder, though. If their vertebrae are 10 inches long, well, I don't know how much damage a bone could take outside the body, but it could make for a sturdy material. I mean, a 10-inch cylinder made of bone, bone stuff, bone-esque material. Yeah, 10-inch cylinder, like the wheel. A little touch car? Nah, that's probably too small. Like a Lego cylinder, yes. Although, pretty sure Lego cylinders are shorter than 10 inches. Yes. So just like a regular cylinder. Bone cylinders. I mean, you just take them from like the skeletons of dead animals. Or I guess dead giraffes, No, well, they're alive. No. So they wouldn't be able to move their neck. Just be flopping around. Flop and flop. Or would it? I wouldn't really know. Because I'm not missing a bone. Thankfully. Ooh, that would be bad. Lose a bone? Just come out to, that would have to be painful. All I know is painful as stepping on a Lego, but painful nonetheless. Yeesh. Fun fact number 5. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. That makes it sound really old. I mean, it is a planet that's like thousands of years old, so technically, yeah, it is old in a sense. I'm coming. Hold on. Just hang on a second. I'm coming. Over there. It's getting hard to move in my old age. You may want to get there. They have patience. Hold on. Almost there. Just hang on. I'm coming. Yes. No. I mean, no disrespect. I know there's some old people, or say people who are old and don't move slow like that. But, I made the joke, because we're about to find out just how long it takes. But don't worry, stating this fact won't take as long as it takes Venus to rotate around the sun. Venus has an extremely slow rotation, taking 243 Earth days to complete a single rotation. However, it only takes about 225 Earth days to complete one orbit around the Sun. This means a single day, sunrise to sunrise on Venus, lasts longer than a full year. That's crazy. That means most of your days are gonna have sunlight all day, and some are gonna have nighttime, the moonlight all day, like 24 hours a day. That is, wow. That's just, that means you can have days where you wake up and you can have days where you go to sleep and some stuff. And you can have days where you wake up and the moon's out. Like, moon is out, having the time of their life. You know, hey you, on the moon of Jupiter, I gotta be out for 24 hours and more to the sun. Besides the shiggity, wiggity, wiggity, show up. Yo, you dig. I know that probably wasn't my best material, but then again, it's my first material. But hey, at least you get a good kick out of it. But you can have birthdays where it's daytime all day, and you can have birthdays where it's nighttime all day. Right? I mean, of course, if you're living on Jupiter, you either have a couple people there because you're with a space crew, or you're living alone. That means those birthdays will be lonely. Probably even feel lonely if you had a crew with you. Because you're so far away from Earth. Yeah, it would take very long time to get back to Earth. It's crazy to think about, man. Now, is there any planet that has slower rotations? Probably. I mean, space is vast and wide. There's many things we haven't discovered, many things we don't know about. It's amazing. But time to move on to fact number 6. Sharks are older than trees. I mean, according to the Bible, it took the Lord 7 days to make everything, so technically, in a sense, one is older than the other, but by a day. Just by a day. Or 2. 1 to 2. Alright. And I know what you're gonna say. Well, technically, yeah, if you don't believe in the creation, you're gonna have all these things. Well, technically, it's actually, but I believe in the creation, so, you know, I don't believe the things are millions of years old. I believe they're thousands of years old. And well, deal with it. What? Did he just say that? No. I have to deal with it? Yeah, you gotta deal with it. That's my belief. You don't like it? Well, no one said you had to stay. But if you do, you'll learn more interesting facts. So maybe you can just do with it. Anyways, sharks have been on Earth for about 5,000 years. Dating back to the creation, trees, as we know them, emerged around 5,000 something years ago. And sharks survived a mass extinction event, the flood. Making them one of the oldest, most resilient species on the planet. I mean, are they resilient? I'd say so. I mean, being able to swim 24/7 for the rest of your life without stopping, that's crazy. Man, could you imagine that, as soon as you're out of the womb, you have to start running. And you can't stop. You just gotta keep going for however long you live. No breaks, no stops, no time to do anything. Man. Could you do it? I know I couldn't. That's just wild. I don't know any sharks. Not in the slightest. I mean, sure, they don't have to deal with certain human struggles. But I would not want to be a shark. At all. Nope. Yep. Well, on to fact number 7. The Eiffel Tower can grow taller in the summer. That is very interesting. Because it's made of iron, the Eiffel Tower expands and contracts with the temperature. On hot summer days, thermal expansion can cause the tower to grow up. Whoops. The Eiffel Tower doesn't grow up. Not like humans, no. It grows in a different way. So, on hot summer days, thermal expansion can cause the tower to grow by up to 6 inches. In winter, it shrinks down as the tower contracts. That makes sense. Because even metal can melt in the heat. Everything has a melting point. So when summer comes around, the heat can cause the metal to melt. But not completely, because it's not hot enough for it to completely melt. And winter comes, it cools the metal down, bringing it back to its completely solid state. Whoa, that's incredible. That's just, I mean, it's not really much of a difference in height, so you wouldn't really notice. But, still, heat and cold, nature's shrink ray and growing ray. Nature is a smart one. But, on to fact number 8. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Ugh. Looks like we're moving into animal poop territory. Ooh. It's bound to happen at some point. Wombats have very slow digestive systems, taking up to 2 weeks to process food. This helps produce dry, compact feces that come out in cube shapes. The cubes don't roll away, allowing wombats to better mark their territory and communicate with other wombats. That is, wow, that's just, animals do weird things. But they're all part of the beautiful ecosystem of nature. And hey, humans do weird things too. So hey. But hey, we're all amazing creatures, capable of great things. And it's interesting to think that they mark, wolves mark territory with urine that has a musky urine scent, right? And bees communicate by doing a sort of dance. But wombats, they use their cube-shaped poop to do both. So it makes you wonder what they communicate. Maybe they communicate to their significant other wombat. Like, honey, look, I found us some territory, and I've marked it. I found us a new home. Oh, that's great, honey. We can start a wonderful family here. Or maybe they communicate to other one like, hey, yo, this is my place, bub. I marked this territory with my cube-shaped poop.
This is my land, my territory, so you best stay away, or you's gonna have problems, buddy. And you don't want no problems. You feel me?
Yeah. Probably very protective of their territory. I mean, they have to be. And yet they have to be used to the smell of it in order to mark their territory with it. Because, I know I would not be able to be around that type of territory and be like, ooh, I would not be able to stand the smell. That's for sure. We are not built to withstand smells like that. But apparently, wombats are. That is. Well, before you lose your appetite, let's move on to fact number 9. Cleopatra lives closer in time to the moon landing than to the building of the Great Pyramid. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built around 2560 BC. While Cleopatra reigned in 30 BC, putting her about 2,500 years after the pyramid's construction and closer to us, about 2,000 years ago, than to its builders. That's crazy. Think, she reigned closer to the time of when we put a man on the moon than to when people built the Great Pyramid of Giza. Makes you think what she would have thought of the moon landing. Who knows? I mean, she probably would have had the same reaction as the rest of us. It's an amazing event in our history, an amazing human achievement. She was closer to that amazing human achievement than to the amazing human achievement, that being the building of the Great Pyramid of Giza. It's, man, so very wild. And now, on to the final fact. Fact number 10. The shortest war in history was between Britain and Zanzibar on August 27, 1896. Shortest war. Now, wars usually last years. But if this was the shortest, it makes you wonder, what were they fighting about that made it the shortest? Or was it that when they were fighting the enemy, their enemy just had such a much better military, they were overwhelmed so quickly that it just ended it, making it the shortest war ever? Well, let's find out just how long it was. The conflict lasted a mere 38 to 45 minutes. That is short. Under an hour. Dang. Makes you wonder. Oh, now we gotta find out. What was this squabble about? The war began after the Sultan of Zanzibar refused to step down, and Britain responded with a naval bombardment. Zanzibar quickly surrendered, marking the end of the briefest conflict on record. Quickly surrendered. You know, it sounds like another country that's been known for surrendering awful quickly. Country whose name maybe starts like France. And I mean no disrespect to you, France. But you have been known to read about those jokes, or I should say memes, which is an online joke. But it is true. You have been about those jokes. Just saying. But, you know, I could see why. See, back in the way when the wall was built, probably made it harder for enemies, to attack Trump. So, probably would have just quickly surrendered. Because all they'd have to do is mount their soldiers up top of the wall and get everything ready. When the other army comes and see,
oh, there is a massive wall. What will we do? Oh no, I have no clue. Look up there. There are the soldiers. Are there army? Do you think we are outnumbered? I do not know. Maybe we should surrender? Surrendering sounds like a good idea. Or how else will we get through this wall? I do not know. We surrender.
nowadays, with the modern military advances like tanks and explosive weapons and all that, getting to the wall was easier. Especially since you can just fly over it. So nowadays, that wall doesn't really provide much protection. But back then, yeah, it would have been much harder to get through. Probably led to quicker surrenders. Maybe. Now, that was 10 facts you may or may not have known, but you probably know now. If you didn't know any before, you know now. Like the fact that bananas are berries and strawberries aren't. Octopuses have 3 hearts. Honey never spoils. Humans and giraffes have the same number of neck bones. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Sharks are older than trees. The Eiffel Tower can grow taller in the summer. Wombat poop is cube-shaped. Which reminds me, I guess that makes them the first cube-shaped block figures, like Minecraft. I know that joke was a little corny, but hey, hopefully it made you laugh. Hey, at least that potentially made you laugh. The final 2 facts we learned today. Cleopatra lived closer in time to the moon landing than to the building of the Great Pyramid. And the shortest war in history was between Britain and Zanzibar on August 27, 1896. Well, that's all for me. And remember, always enjoy what you do in life. Unless it's something you probably shouldn't be enjoying. In which case, that means it's something not good. But other than that, enjoy the good stuff. Enjoy life. I hope you had a good time here. Remember, like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below, which facts did you know? As always, I'm Mr. Cool Guy, and you're cool people, and I'll see you on the cool side. Mr. Cool Guy out. Peace.